The fleas bite human and infected the human with bacteria Yersinia pestis. It's believed to first started in Asia, probably in Gobi Desert. The fleas were carried by rats and spread quickly on land and sea through trade route. Then it finally hit Europe and spread all over Europe. Within 3 to 4 days, the victim will have high fever, body pain, vomit blood, darkened skin, buboes, which are large swelling in neck, armpit and groin that will expand into bursts, and finally death. The blackish color gave its name the Black Death. It killed over a third of the population, over 20 million people, which made a serious impact on European society. People lived in fear. Many villages and towns were destroyed. Dead bodies were everywhere. Families were separated, people were isolated. Many construction stopped and machinery broke down without anyone to work on it. In the countryside, landlords stopped freeing serfs and forced more labor. All this do result many revolts. Without people, economy collapsed. There were less people to sell goods and trade with, so there were an oversupply goods and the price dropped. Debtor died along with their whole family and relative, so the creditor had nobody to collect from. With great loss of labor, less product could be produced, so higher wages were offered. Even the government was influenced. The city council and noble were wiped out. Many courts and parliament were closed. Many invasion and war were stopped due to loss of too many soldiers. Some territories were also in chaos when the prince died. Themes of despair in art such as death, damnation, hell, purgatory can be seen commonly. It also inspired many poets, authors, and physicians to write about the cause of the plague. The public gathering was controlled, and many theaters were closed, putting actors and playwrights out of work. Churches were also in a big trouble. People believed it was God's punishment on sin. Many people in the church died and there were no one to hear the confession. The church can't really do much to stop the plague, and people began to question the church power and heresy become uncontrollable. There were also a vigilant group of people punishing or sacrificing themselves to atone evil. And of course, many Jews were killed. Local administration for public health were created. Warning systems were used so that people can leave the area before it become infected. However, only the rich have the money to live while the poor couldn't. The infected were isolated or sent to hospital. Suspected ship will be quarantined. The whole family or the whole city can be isolated. Some believe it's transmitted by air, so they get sent to cover the rotting smell. Some remedies were also used, such as ringing the church bell or firing the cannon to drive plague away. People also turned to talisman, charms, and spells to protect them. The plague had a big impact on European society. Every aspect were affected. Their measures did help limiting the spread, but not very effective due to lack of knowledge on the plague. Then the plague disappeared for unknown reason. The bacteria become less infectious, but still deadly. Plague occurred less frequently and only limited to certain geography.